I designed and knitted this sweater in just 2 weeks, and finally today I will be sharing everything about it. Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel Annijuuti Knits. My name is Annina. I'm a knitwear designer based on the west coast of Finland, and this is a space where I share all about my designs, what's on my needles, and everything in between. Today I have a lot to show you. I have 3 finished items. I have a finished t-shirt, I have 2 finished sweaters, and then I'm gonna refresh our memories with 2 different projects that's on my needles at the moment. And yeah, let's dive in and get started. Let's get started with what I'm wearing today. This is a Tankar Tee. This is a t-shirt pattern that I published already 2 years ago, and I have been dying to make a second sample, but I started it last spring and it stalled on my needles for quite some time, and I think it was September time when I put it away, and I decided that I will take it back up again when it's time for the warmer weather knits. And I am happy to report that my Tankar Tee is now finally done. And this version is made with BZ Garn soft silk. This is a very lovely feeling fabric, but the yarn wasn't a very pleasurable experience. I felt that it was a bit ropey and lumpy and bumpy, and it wasn't so fun to knit on, but I'm glad I persevered because I really love this outcome and I love the finished item. Unlike my first Tankar Tee, this is actually a size down. This is a size 5, and it gives me approximately 5 centimeters of positive ease. And that means that it fits a little bit tighter. Maybe I'll put a picture here so you can see how it looks on me. You have to remember it's still unblocked because I didn't have time to block it before filming, and this is actually my second time filming. I already tried on Monday, and today is Wednesday. On Monday we had lots of distraction. There's some construction work going on in our building, and this time they are repairing the roof. And of course the lifty thingy is behind our bedroom window, which is right there. I don't know if they're coming back today. I hope not, because I've been waiting for a moment of silence to film, and I hope that they don't disturb us too much. So yes, unblocked because I thought that I would block it after I talk about it on Monday, and then I filmed, I started to edit, and I even didn't want to watch it. So I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna make you watch it because it wasn't very pleasant to watch. So yeah, Tankar Tee, size 5, BZ Garn, soft silk. I think I used size 4mm needles, and my modification was that I did little twisted rib here. My chair is squeaking. I'm not making any noises. So yeah, twisted rib because the yarn was so uneven, and I thought that it would give me a little bit tighter ribbing if I twist my knit stitches. Otherwise it's worked to pattern. I guess I think I did the length also according to pattern, and I really like it. We are just going to hope that the spring is finally getting here, and you know, we still had some snow this morning, so let's hope for a warmer weather to come. But yeah, Tankar Tee, it comes in 9 sizes. I don't remember the sizes from the top of my head. I'll put them here. And it's a very pleasurable knit, worked from top down. And you start with the ribbing and then short row shaping for the back and then for the front. And it's kind of smooth sailing. And some armhole shaping, maybe you can see here. So there's some decreases here to bring it a little bit in under the arms, and it's fitting quite nicely in different body types. But that's all about it. Let's see my second finished item for today. Before we get into my stripey number, I want to quickly show you another sweater that I finished, and this was almost done last time. I was missing I was missing a sleeve, and now I can happily tell you that I have 2 sleeves. And this is my Baltic Breeze Pullover. It is a pattern in progress, and I have decided that I won't be putting it out to testing just yet. I have a couple more things that I want to get into testing first, and even though I did finish this sample for the photo shoot I was talking about last time, I finished it with just 20 minutes to spare. Like, I'm the worst. I don't know. Does this ever happen to you? Like, you're pushing yourself like too close. There was an hour left before I had to leave for the photo shoot. I had still one whole cuff to knit up, and I managed until the end, but it nearly gave me a heart attack. And yeah, I don't know why I do this to myself, but I always think that I have more time than I actually do. And yeah, family life sometimes gets in the way, but doesn't matter. I managed to finish it. I managed to finish it on time. And let me show you a picture that we took with my lovely photographer. And I'm really happy with the result, but it's so seasonally not appropriate that I don't know when I will put this into testing. I have so many ideas. I have so many patterns. I have so many, aspirations for new patterns. And I just don't have the time to do everything. So we need to prioritize. We need to figure out what's the best schedule for everything to happen. But that doesn't matter if we just enjoy knitting, and I just enjoy creating and working on new patterns, and everything will happen at their own pace and when the time is right. So we just need to be a little bit patient with that. Don't go anywhere. Very shortly I will share my stripy sweater, but first I just want to quickly announce that Koto Sweater is now out, and you can get this pattern with a little discount of 15% using the code Cotto15 if you want to grab this raglan sweater. It's a top-down raglan, and I had the pleasure working with so many beautiful testers. They did amazing versions, and I'm so happy to announce that this pattern is finally out. It comes also in 9 sizes, and it's a compound raglan, so there's different increase rates for every size, and that will create a well-fitting garment. I also added optional bust shaping for this one, so if you want or need some additional shaping to your bust, there is the option in the pattern. And my testers loved the pattern. They said it was a very easy pattern to follow and like a wardrobe staple. So yeah, you can modify it easily with different kind of ribbings. This comes with these double ribbings, but you can easily modify this pattern to fit your needs. But yeah, Koto Sweater is now out, and you can grab it with a 15% discount until the end of this week, which is April 13th, so this Sunday. So, in case you are in a mood for a good raglan sweater, just grab a copy of Koto Sweater. Alright, should we now move into the meat of the episode, the actual sweater that I teased about in my thumbnail? Because this is something that I have been drowning myself into the last 2 weeks. I briefly mentioned this already in my previous episode, and if you know me at all, you know that I am definitely not a monogamous knitter. I usually have multiple projects going on at once, but this time something very strange happened, and I just couldn't put it down. And here is the sweater. So, as I told you before, these yarns were actually supposed to be a scarf or a shawl. And when I was cleaning my baskets and I took them out, they were just starting to talk to me, and they were telling me they wanted to be a sweater, and I had to make them into a sweater. I was playing a serious game of yarn chicken with this one. So this is just the first draft. This is not the final version of the pattern, because there are still some problems with it. But first of all, everything started with this texture. So stripes and texture. This is actually a little bit similar to my Kuusamo sweater pattern, which was a pattern that I released last fall, I guess. It's a children round yoke sweater pattern, and I really loved the idea of having a stripy sweater with a little bit of texture. This is not exactly the same texture that I had in my Kuusamo sweater, but it has some ribbing details within the stripes, and this is an area gauge. This is 17 stitch gauge, and I was playing a serious game of yarn chicken when I was making this, because I had like 3 grams left. I'll put a picture of the little nuggets that I had left, and that meant that I had to even frock my swatch. I had swatches for the shawl, but I needed more of the yellow, and so I had to frock the swatch and use everything that I had. In the end, I had a few grams left, but I was cutting it quite close, and I didn't really enjoy that part. But the construction, let's talk about the construction. This is a European style shoulder construction, like a drop shoulder. So it has this line on the back, and you pick up stitches for the front, and you work the neckline, the V neckline, and you join under the arms, and then you go from there. But I added some short rows for the sleeves, so that the drop will actually drop better. And otherwise, I'm really happy with the fit, except that I think I needed 4 more rows for the fronts, so it would drop over the shoulder a little bit better. So that's definitely something that I'm gonna change for the actual version. I don't know, there's just something so fun working with stripes. It's so Moorish or popcorny knitting that you just want to knit, finish the stripe or start the next stripe, and I thoroughly enjoyed. It's a simple stockinette project with a little bit of things happening in the beginning, and I just see so many different versions of this sweater in my life. Let me put it on actually for you. Yes, so as you can see, The V is kind of rising up, so I need a little bit more length here, and then the V would drop just a tiny bit lower, and I think I would like it better. I had to bind off this collar 3 times, and actually what the problem was is that, maybe I can show you, in these sections I should have, wait, this, here and here, I should have picked 1 extra stitch from each of these stripes. It pulls it just a little bit too much, so my pickup rate was a little bit wrong. It doesn't bother me that much. I will go back and change it because I'm not gonna do that. But also changing it for the next version, and I was worried that I have to do like 3/4 length sleeves, but in the end I managed to make the sleeves just cozy and long enough for a full long sleeve. Yeah, I didn't even share this on Instagram because I was enjoying it so much. I didn't want to get distracted or feel pressured, because sometimes when you design something that people like, then you get questions and then you answer the questions, and that's actually away from the time that you have to knit on the sweater. So this was the perfect project for my last 2 weeks. I've been wanting to make something very simple. I didn't have any brain space for complicated lace work, and I've been editing my patterns. The Koto Sweater wrap, or the test knit, came into a close, and I had to wrap things up and write the pattern details, and I've been doing a lot of admin work. So in the evenings I just didn't have any brain space left to do anything complicated or follow a chart or whatever. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this project, and I could see one like in scrappy, even though this was a 3 color version, you could do it like with a multiple different colors, or you could even do it like one colored version, or I don't know, 2 different colors. The world is your oyster. I feel like this is a very classic but fun pattern to work, and like an advent calendar would be fun. I think I used like 14 grams for each of the body stripes, so I think it would lend itself into an advent pattern as well. I made size 5 for myself, so I have been creating this pattern already. Again, I have no idea when this is coming to testing or when I get to write it up. But yeah, in case you are not aware already, I thoroughly enjoyed. I love the process, and I think some other people might want to make it too. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you have a name suggestion for this one. It just happened out of the blue, so I have no idea. I haven't even given it any thought. So if you have any great suggestions, they are always welcome, because I'm the worst coming up with names, and you know that too. I have a couple of projects here still to show you, but a little announcement about my Lotus Lake Pullover test that is coming this week, I hope, on Sunday, or latest Wednesday next week, because I still haven't managed to finish the pattern, so I need to get it through tech editing before I start the test. But the application form is still open for the larger sizes, so I have got many applications, and I have filled all the spots for sizes 2 to 7, but 8 to 12, and the first size is still looking for testers. So in case you are interested in working or test knitting the Lotus Lake Pullover for me in the larger sizes or the smallest size, then feel free to click the link in the description and fill out your application form. So I'll be choosing testers this weekend, and I will get in contact with you if that is you. So yeah. Also, Koto Sweater pattern, the last size, the size 9, was not tested because I couldn't get anyone to make it for me. It's 175 centimeter, or is it 69 inches, with built-in 8 inches of positive ease. So if that is you, I'll be happy to give the pattern to you so that you can knit it in exchange for some little feedback of the pattern. So you can do it in your own pace. There's no rush. The pattern is now out, but in case you are one of those who are working the larger end and you would love to make this sweater at some point, just don't hesitate to contact me, and I will be providing the pattern for you in exchange for some feedback. I feel like I've been rushing today. I actually have. It's 22 minutes just, but I'm so worried that the roof guys are coming back, and I always feel a little bit insecure when I am filming like right next to the window, and because we are living on ground floor, there's people, if there's someone, they are just walking by our window, and then I feel a little self conscious. But I hope that the guys will remain to stay away for this rest of the episode. Right. I didn't mention about the yarns. I used hand-dyed merino singles, 366 meters per 100 grams, together with Lang lace, and like I said, 17 stitch gauge. So it's lovely and airy. Some might say it's a little bit gapey, but I love an airy sweater with mohair because it just gives it a little bit more breathability. And yeah, 3-year-old yarn purchases, and they are now put into good use. The next project is part of my spring cleaning actions. This is a theme that has been continuing throughout this spring episodes, because I've been going through all my stuff, all my knitting bags and my baskets, and I've been taking out some projects that I haven't worked in a while, and I have frogged some, and I have evaluated what I want to continue and what I don't. And this one was one of those that I wanted to continue, but I didn't know when to start working on it. But when I finished my sweater a few days ago, this one, I didn't have a stockinette project on the needles because I also finished my Tankar Tee. So then I found this project. This is the beginnings of my Coastland Shawl. This is a shawl pattern that came out on 2023, and I started a second sample. My first sample was this cream one, and I started a second one because I wanted something a little bit more dark for myself. I have actually gifted the original sample away because it felt like it was so suited for my brother's girlfriend, and she absolutely loves it, and she's been wearing it a ton. So I think that was a well-received gift. But I'm making the second sample also in linen quill, and the original sample was also made in that. And this is how much I did just last evening. So I did 2 of these shell. I don't know how much you can see. This is the same lace that I have in my Coastland Cowl, which is a DK to worsted weight pattern. And this is a fingering weight pattern. I'm working it with 4mm needles, but I'm a tight knitter, so I think I suggest 3.5 in the pattern. And this is a huge triangular shawl, and I am making... Actually, I'm not really sure. I thought that I am making the second size, but time will tell, because there's no way that I'm gonna count my stitches, because it's just, you know, I'm just decreasing on this side, and I will know when I have decreased until I have only the shell pattern left, because I know how many shells I have then. So I don't really care if this is the second or the first size, but I took it out. It's lovely garter, not mindless knitting. There's just a little bit of concentrating on the edge, but I have made so many Coastland cowls. I think I've made 3 and 1 shawl, so I know this lace by heart already. So I didn't even have to refer to the pattern. I did check it, but I remembered how to do it. So it's actually working up quite nicely. And now that I am, there's like a split stitch there. Well, let it be. Yeah, so because we are decreasing on this end, so it gets faster and faster every row that I finish. And this is going to be my mindless project for the next sometime, because I really want to have this for fall. It is a lovely burgundy color, and this was actually a gift from my friend Mika. Mika from the Skeins of Dreams podcast. She surprised me 2 years ago, I think, with a lovely package of linen quill, and I'm really excited to have this, because I really love how it feels. And I get it that people are knitting this linen quill huge, these half and half triangle wraps, because it's just lovely to work with, and mindless garter stitch is kind of nice to have on the needles. So yeah, that is my Coastland shawl. Maybe I will remove this marker and move it a little bit up, so that we can see next time how much I managed. So I have now moved my marker up, so we can see next time how much work I actually did put into it. The original sample used up almost 3 skeins of linen quill. I'm still on my first skein. It'll be done pretty soon, but after that, of course, the shawl is all the time getting smaller and smaller. But I think even for the second size, 2 skeins is not enough. So I assume that I need to I assume that I have to open the last skein as well, or tap into that, so that I will be finishing my shawl with that, if that is the second size. 2 more things to talk about. I'm just gonna very quickly show you this one, and to disappoint myself, this is my Hunaja Sweater second sample. Hunaja is actually coming out next week on the 19th of April, and I'm not gonna finish my Hunaja sweater. It was in such a difficult place. I need to refer to the chart, every row, every stitch. So I haven't been working on it, because I just haven't had the time or the energy or the brain space, or you choose. Let me find a ball for you. This sample is worked with Pastereta by Soya. This is a Spanish yarn that I have bought when I was in Barcelona, and it's 2023. And it is a lovely color, but I'm not gonna finish this. My mom was visiting us just a few days ago, and I was complaining that there's no way that I can get that fingering weight sweater done in a week. And she was like, why do you do that to yourself? Like, why do you have these huge expectations, and why don't you just knit it whenever it feels like it? I already have a sample. I really wanted to have a second sample for the release, but I'm not gonna have a second sample for the release, but I will be having a second sample for fall. And as soon as the lace yoke is done, I think I have like 15 rows left. I'm going to have it as my stockinette project, and it has straight sleeves. Maybe you can see, I think I have it here behind my head. It's so dark in that corner, so you can't really see it, but my original sample is there. It's done, and my testers have worked wonders, and I have enough details because I did retest this pattern, so it'll be coming out on the 19th, so in approximately a week and a half. So yeah, I disappointed myself a little bit, but I forgive myself for doing that. No, I just don't have the time that I want to be doing all the knitting. So I have decided that I'm gonna work on the projects that feel right and that feel good. So I'm not gonna force myself into reading a chart if I don't feel like reading a chart. But I really enjoy working with the yarn. It's a kind of like dry wool yarn. It's a two-ply wool, and it is quite nice to work on, and I really look forward having the finished item and blocking it and feeling how it transforms from that little dry feeling yarn into something fluffy and beautiful. And I know it's going to be fluffy and beautiful because I did see a swatch, blocked swatch, and some garments made out of that yarn in the festival. So I can confirm that it is lovely when it is blocked. One more little thing to show you. There's not much progress, but there's progress nonetheless. I finished one of my Midsummer Magic shorty ones, sock, and this is now the short version with the lace cuff and stockinette foot. I did try something different with the foot, and I did some twisted or half twisted rib around the ball of, is it like a ball of my foot? No, it's not the ball, it's the arch part. So like in a sports sock, I wanted to have some structural integrity with some ribbing, because I find that these short socks always slide off, and that's also the reason why I didn't really truly make these shorties. These are more like an ankle sock with this lace, especially because the lace is not very tight. And then I just did a regular rounded toe, and I did cast on the second one as well. I have just done like one round, but I always want to cast on the new pair after I finish the toe. So I Kitchener stitch the toe shut and then immediately cast on stitches for the second sock, so that when I'm ready, when I feel like it, I am ready to go and I don't have a second sock syndrome. But this is going to be a pattern with two different options. The other one is going to be a longer leg and fully laced sock, or lace in the sock part or the ankle part and then on top of the sock, and then just this lace cuff and then stockinette foot. And this is also an option to do like this ribbed band around the sock if you want something tighter. It's not very pretty looking, but I think I really wanted to try it for the what's the word, like wearability, I guess. So I don't know if it works, but I'm curious to see if that helps to have these on my feet. But Midsummer Magic socks, I have again no idea when they're coming to testing, but I I can tell you that I want them to be out for Midsummer because of the name. So, but sock test knits are not that long usually, and then because in sock test knits you only need to do one sock, so we have time. It's not even summer yet, so we still have time. I think that was all that I have had for you today. I still have some work to do before my family comes home, or actually I need to go and pick up the kids. So I will leave you here. This was my second time filming. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps other knitters to find my channel, to find my videos. And if you're not subscribed yet, I would really appreciate you doing that and joining our little crafty community here on YouTube. So on that note, that's it for now. Happy knitting. Bye.